A stranger noticed a dog alone at a grave and solved a town mystery. She was an animal lover, and when she saw a dog randomly guarding a grave when no owners were nearby, she had to intervene. She was walking through the graveyard when she heard a faint yelp. She couldn't pinpoint what had made the noise, but still, intrigued, she investigated further. As she got closer to the sound, she heard the cry again. But when she finally saw what had made the noise, she couldn't believe what she was seeing. Dimitra, a woman from Belgrade, Serbia, was the one who was visiting the graveyard that day. She was passing by when she heard the faint noises. Dimitra could have passed on by without thinking twice about them, but she had to find out more. When she got close to the noise, she didn't really know what she was hoping to find, but as she made her way around the stones, she saw a massive hole under one of the gravestones. From afar, the hole looked like it had been dug out but still harbored some soil in it. Until she got closer and realized that was not dirt, but a scared dog. There was a dog huddled under a pile of soil that it must have dug itself. The dog looked petrified when it saw Dimitra and made himself even smaller by going in even deeper into the hole. Dimitra was stunned, but she knew it was not uncommon for dogs to mourn their owners. Little did she know, she was so very wrong. As Dimitra looked at the scene before her, she couldn't believe that this dog had gone to so much trouble just to be closer to its deceased owner. She thought this sight was endearing and went on to take some pictures. For the past couple of years, media outlets have shared stories about some dogs that just can't get over the passing of their loved ones. And what they do to keep that memory alive is incredibly heartwarming. Dogs seem to guard the people they are mourning. In one story, an unbelievable husky lay on the grave of its owner for hours. Overcome with grief, the dog can be heard yelling and crying for its deceased owner. This dog couldn't help but mourn his master, and similar stories have surfaced too. One pup sat for 2 consecutive days next to the grave of its owner who had died in a catastrophic landslide in Brazil. Even though there is no science to back up how dogs feel or mourn these events, it is clear that in this increasingly pet-loving world, the idea of a dog grieving his owner is no doubt appealing. Still, there are many cases where it seems to be true. As Dimitra stayed with the dog and tried to make it come out of the hole by whistling and calling it, the dog was not going to move. No one knew how long this poor dog had been there, or if it had had water or food. Was this dog that Dimitra had found mourning its owner? The dog was intrigued by Dimitra, and it quickly came out of the hole to introduce itself. But as soon as it came out, it doubled back and checked on something before going any further. What was this dog hiding? Soon, Dimitra would find out. As the dog made way for Dimitra to see what was inside the hole, she couldn't believe her eyes. This dog was not mourning her owner but protecting her babies. The stray mama had a little cave under the gravestone and had her puppies there. Dimitra couldn't believe what she was witnessing. This poor dog was just looking out for her babies and dug herself into somewhere she thought was safe. Dimitra knew she needed to help this family, and was prepared to do anything in her power to do just that. You can see the den she created and just how compact it was. Read the post from Fake Toupee on Imgur, August 18, 2015. While it wasn't ideal, it was the best she could find. The pups were struggling for survival, and Dimitra got some dog food and tossed it their way. The puppies were very frail and were lucky to have been found, Fake Toupee wrote on Imgur. The puppies and mama were starving. Dimitra had no idea how extended this canine family had been without food or water. The mama was unafraid of Dimitra now, and she even got to be petted by her. As soon as the pups smelled the food on the ground, they made their best efforts to go to it, some faster than others. Some of the little ones were too frail to even move. Dimitra was now scared for them. She had to get help, but she didn't want to leave them alone, so she got out her phone and called someone she knew would be of help. She called Vesna Mihajloski, and thanks to her, that day was the start of their incredible new lives. Mihajloski immediately took all of them in, and once they were all safe, Mama Dog fell into a deep sleep. Noticeably, Mama was worn out. She must not have had a good rest for quite some time, and this was just the beginning of her amazing recovery. The canine family had its own safe place with warm beds, fresh water, and good food they could all nibble on. All of them received expert medical attention. They all were in good health but still needed a lot of food and rest before they could be put into the adoption program. All the pups' bellies were growing, and their fur was shining. If it was not for Dimitra, who knows what would have happened to these babies. They were each given names while they waited to get adopted into their forever homes. Mama Dog was named Mama, which was appropriate. She had kept her family warm and safe for so long, now it was her turn to be praised and loved. She was quite the lovely mother to the puppies, and it appears she is very sweet towards humans as well. Fake Toupee posted. Mama had 2 girl pups called Eli and Grace and 2 boys, named Freddie and Boomer. I'm not sure on Eli's personality, but it appears she is a sweet little girl. Grace is quite the stunner, in my opinion, looking quite similar to her mom. Freddie was described as a serious, gentle, and kind puppy who would be good in a family. He's got such a sweet little face, Fake Toupee told everyone, keeping them informed about the canine's family's progress. Sadly, Boomer fell ill, but with the incredible help of my Hajlowski, he was soon in tip-top condition again. Unfortunately, the pups and Mama have not been adopted but live happily together in their new shelter home. A lot of people from around the world have taken notice of their incredible story and have sent gifts to both babies and Mama. Even though they have not been adopted, they are still in amazing hands and are incredibly happy with their new lives.